The Mandela Effect is not about parallel universes. It is not about timelines changing. It is not about reality being edited. It is about something quieter, more personal, and more unsettling. It is about how memory actually works. Most people think memory is a recording, like a file saved in the brain. But it isn't. Memory is a reconstruction. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it from fragments, not from facts, from meaning, from emotion, from association, from narrative. And because humans share language, culture, and patterns of thought, we often rebuild the same wrong thing in the same way. That is what creates the Mandela Effect. Let's look at 3 examples. The first is one everyone knows, Darth Vader. Most people remember the line as, "Luke, I am your father." But that is not what he says. He says, "No, I am your father." So why do so many people remember it the same wrong way? Because outside the movie, the line makes no sense without Luke. When people quote it, they add Luke to clarify it. That clarified version is repeated more often than the original line is ever heard. So the brain updates. It replaces the original memory with the version that makes more sense socially. Not because it is true, but because it is useful. So the misquote becomes the memory. The second example is Jiffy peanut butter. There has never been a brand called Jiffy. There is Jif, there is Skippy, and there is the word Jiffy, which already exists in English. Your brain prefers symmetry. It prefers fluency. It prefers complete patterns. Jif feels unfinished. Jiffy feels like a real word. So your brain blends Jif and Skippy into Jiffy. And because millions of brains share the same language instincts, millions of people make the same mistake. So the error synchronizes. The third example is the Sinbad genie movie. Many people remember Sinbad starring as a genie in a movie called Shazam. But that movie never existed. What did exist was a movie called Kazam starring Shaquille O'Neal. And Sinbad in the 1990s dressed flamboyantly, did family-friendly roles, hosted children's programming, and even had a name associated with Arabian fantasy. So the brain links the concept of genie movie with the person who fits the genie archetype better, not consciously, associatively. Later someone says, "Didn't Sinbad play a genie?" The brain checks for conflict and finds none. So it accepts it, then others repeat it, then it becomes common knowledge. Then parody clips appear, then fake DVDs appear. And now there is social and visual reinforcement. The memory feels confirmed. But what actually happened is that belief created evidence, not the other way around. This is how the Mandela Effect forms. First, the brain stores the meaning of something, not the details. Then, when recalling it, the brain reconstructs the memory in a way that feels more fluent, logical, or complete. Then that version spreads socially. Then repetition strengthens confidence. Then the original fades. At no point does anyone notice the shift, because memory feels like recall, not like rewriting. The unsettling part is not that memory is imperfect. It's that memory feels perfect even when it's wrong. That means certainty is not a reliable signal of truth. That means feeling sure does not mean being right. And that means many of the things we think we know are actually stories our minds are very good at telling. The Mandela Effect doesn't show us that reality is unstable. It shows us that our relationship to reality is mediated by a system optimized for meaning, not accuracy. Your brain evolved to survive, not to document. It evolved to create coherence, not to preserve data. So it smooths edges, it fills gaps, it simplifies, it completes patterns. And in a world where information spreads faster than verification, those smooth, simple, coherent versions win. Not because they are true, but because they are easy. The Mandela Effect is not a glitch in the universe. It is a mirror. And what it reflects is not that the world is wrong. It's that the mind is a storyteller first and a historian second. And once you see that, you don't lose reality. You gain humility, because you realize that being human means remembering imperfectly, believing socially, and feeling certain about things that deserve gentleness, not rigidity. Not because nothing is real, but because we are.